Hello, friends. Good evening. I'm super excited. It is just a few minutes early, but Facebook has totally changed the way that they do live videos in the last, I don't even know when, maybe in the last couple of weeks. So I want to just give it a little bit of time to get started and invite people. I can no longer share and let people know that the class is live. Unfortunately, I might actually hop on the Facebook event page and just let people know because I don't know how well it notifies people anymore. But I am Hannah Shanks. I am so excited to teach this quick CBD 101 class tonight. Hang on just one second. We are live. All right, cool. Okay, awesome. So, you guys, I don't know who is familiar with CBD and who is a brand new newbie, but I was a huge skeptic of CBD. I even had people ask me about it, a couple as it's gained in popularity, and I was like, you know what? I just don't think that that's for me. I think that that sounds kind of weird to use something that comes from the plant that supposedly makes the same thing as marijuana. And I don't know anything about the legality of it. And I just felt weird about it. And so I didn't look into it. And that was on me. But honestly, I didn't feel like there was a source that made CBD that I could trust very well. And it just made me uncomfortable to know that it was getting so popular and there were all these shops popping up. And I didn't know enough about it to make an educated opinion about it and know how I felt comfortable about it. I had also heard that quality was super important. And so I was a big skeptic. If you're a big skeptic, you are welcome here. If you are like, I just don't know about this whole CBD thing. I hear people talking about it. And I was exactly like that with you. I was very skeptical, very wary of it, very reluctant to try it because I just didn't know what I was getting into. And since then, that was I guess, about 2 years ago. And Young Living came out with a CBD product that I was then educated on and got to experiment with and felt really good about the way that the quality was controlled and maintained in that product. And so I have since then had so many great testimonies using CBD. It has helped us with all kinds of things from immune support to improving gut health to improving skin health majorly. Major skin improvements on both myself and my family by using it topically. It has helped with anxious feelings. It has helped with sleep. It has helped with muscle pain and injuries, and just helping us feel more balanced overall. And it's like something now that I can't imagine living without because it's such a great tool that we have in our toolbox. So, um, tonight I'm going to run through the basics. It's going to get a little bit more than the basics because as I was writing notes, I was like, this is such good information. I want everybody to know it. And I want you to feel really confident in knowing what it is, how to use it, how beneficial it could be for you. And really something that could honestly be life changing, in a really, really good way. So let's start at the very, very beginning. What is CBD? So CBD is actually short. It's a shortened term for a word called cannabidiol. And it is a plant-based compound that is found in the hemp plant. So that's the same plant that we get hemp seed milk, which is like an alternative to cow's milk if you're dairy free. We get fabric from hemp, we get bird feed. So that's the same plant. So CBD is not actually an essential oil. It's thicker than an essential oil and it's extracted differently. But we can think of it similarly as far as how it can be used and how it can help support us in health and wellness. So when you use CBD products, your body has an endocannabinoid system, or ECS for short. And that is what is affected when you use CBD. So CBD is called a cannabinoid. So you have a system in your body called the endocannabinoid system, and it recognizes things that are cannabinoids, of which CBD is one. Okay, we're going to use a lot of terms, and they're all going to sound like variations of the same word. I'm really sorry I didn't write the definitions or the terms. This is just what they are. Okay, so the way that cannabinoids affect our bodies depends largely upon the way that they interact with two different types of receptors in our endocannabinoid system, and that is the CB1 receptor and the CB2 receptors. So we'll talk more about this later, but the specific way that CBD interacts with these receptors is what makes it such a great therapeutic option. CBD has some really wonderful properties that we're going to talk about as we get going with the class. So Simply put, cannabis oil is the concentrated liquid extract of the plant called cannabis sativa. So it's similar to other herbal extracts. The chemicals in the cannabis oils vary depending on how the extract is made and what chemicals were in the plant to begin with. So, cannabis plants, this is something really interesting that I have learned in my research. And cannabis plants are actually, there's different names I've heard for it, but I call it a bioaccumulator, where basically it will attract and absorb all of the toxins in the soil and in the environment of the plant when it is growing. And so those plants literally like scoop up toxins and suck them into the plant to accumulate there. And so whatever is in that plant then is in your CBD oil that is extracted from it. And so you have to be so, so, so careful with the heart, with like the cultivation of this specific cannabis plant in order to have a pure product, and purity is really, really important. So cannabis plants produce thousands of compounds, but the most well-recognized compounds belong to a class called cannabinoids. There are several cannabinoids, but the two that are most well-known among consumers of CBD products are called one, THC, or tetrahydrocannabinol, and CBD, which is cannabidiol. Okay, so tetrahydrocannabinol is THC. That is the primary psychoactive compound in marijuana, and it is what people are searching for when they're looking to get a high. So unlike THC, CBD is not known to have psychoactive effects, okay? It is therefore, it's attractive to people like us who want to avoid getting high. I'm not looking to use marijuana and have a psychoactive high. But I believe there are other benefits to the CBD plant and to the hemp plant and specifically the CBD product. And so I don't want to get high, but I do want the benefits of CBD. So how does CBD actually work? We've mentioned before, I mentioned a couple minutes ago, CBD primarily interacts with your body's endocannabinoid system. This is the system in your body that regulates things like appetite, pain, mood, memory, and more. So endocannabinoids and their receptors are found literally all throughout the body. They're in the brain, they're in the nervous system, they're in your organs, they're in connective tissues, they're in glands and immune cells. And in each tissue, the cannabinoid system performs different tasks, but the goal is always the same, and that goal is homeostasis. So homeostasis is all about balance and stability. So I love that essential oils work much the same way because they work to maintain homeostasis in your body, which is like the bringing back into balance and function of all of your systems. So your body is constantly dealing with stressors and toxins and, things that it has to deal with and process and like things in our mind that, have chemical reactions, things that we eat and consume that have chemical reactions, things that we absorb through our skin and our environment have chemical reactions. And our body is constantly having to adapt and rebalance and restabilize in order to maintain this like state of balance, which is called homeostasis. And it basically is an attempt to maintain a consistent internal environment. And this requires constant monitoring and adjusting as things in the body change. So because of its interactions with the endocannabinoid system, we can see the therapeutic use of essential oil infused CBD. So two things that work to help the body maintain homeostasis working together. And that's why it's super powerful. So here's the gist of it. There are systems in our bodies that are solely dependent on their interaction with cannabinoids. And these systems are part of the daily function of our bodies to create and maintain a constant balanced state. So just like with essential oils and other plants, our bodies were designed to work with plant-based cannabinoids. The body knows what to do with them so we can use them for our overall health. Isn't that so amazing? Our bodies were designed to work with plant-based cannabinoids and like plant-based compounds. Our bodies know exactly what to do with them and how to utilize them for our health. That is why essential oils are so powerful, and CBD works very similarly. So, third point, is CBD safe? So this is a question I get a lot because it has kind of a shroud of mystery around CBD, and I totally understand that. So CBD is considered generally well tolerated with a good safety profile, according to a report by the World Health Organization. So you have to be extremely careful when you purchase CBD, and here's why. Because the greatest concern is actually not like safety and side effects from CBD, but it's it's the contaminants in CBD that you have to be really careful. And so quality is the most important concern with CBD. So in 2015, actually, the FDA found that many CBD labeled products on the market actually contained very little CBD at all. And there are people paying top dollar for those products that were getting zero CBD. So getting your CBD from a trusted source with high quality control is incredibly important. And that is where a lot of the concern within the CBD market is that people are not really sure who they can trust. Is the pop-up shop down the street a trustworthy source, or do I need to like find another source? And the truth is, you need to know your farmer, and you need to know that the company you're buying from has really good quality control in place and can handle the quality control demand that the industry is putting on it. So Nature's Ultra CBD, which is Young Living CBD, they own a company called Nature's Ultra that produces the CBD. So Nature's Ultra CBD is derived from hemp plants that's grown on the partner farm in Colorado without the use of any pesticides. If you saw the video earlier, I posted in the event page earlier, it was like a tour of the farm. It was so good. So they don't use any pesticides in Colorado. This is hugely important because of the nature of CBD. It can enhance what's around it. And pesticides are the last thing that you want to be ingesting and putting on your skin. Same with essential oils. You don't want to be putting any contaminants in your body in order to like promote your health. Like that's going to defeat the purpose. So Nature's Ultra is a company that's committed to organic farming practices and regenerative agriculture, which we appreciate. So all of the Nature's Ultra products have been subjected to rigorous laboratory testing to ensure that the optimal amount of CBD is present without any heavy metals, which is unfortunately a common contaminant in other brands of CBD. We definitely don't want to be doing heavy metals, putting them in our body. A lot of people are trying to detox heavy metals and get them out because of the havoc that they wreak on your health. So all of the products are tested in multiple stages of the manufacturing process for potency and purity, and their proprietary extraction method makes harsh chemicals unnecessary altogether. So all of this together results in the purest form of CBD available, and it's right at our fingertips, which is amazing. So, studies on CBT, it is still being actively researched. There are literally thousands of clinical studies that are showing the benefits of CBD usage in all kinds of areas. A quick PubMed research or search of CBD showed, when I looked it up, showed 221 studies about CBD displaying anti-seizure properties, 533 studies showing regulation of nausea and vomiting by CBD, over almost 2,000 studies of CBD suppressing pain, 1,168 studies on CBD improving brain function, 295 studies on CBD improving sleep, 2,042 studies on CBD fighting cancer and tumors, 1,368 studies on cannabidiol protecting from inflammation, 413 studies on anxiety relief, and 800 studies on helping fight neurodegenerative disease. So there are wonderful implications for utilizing CBD to help with a lot of chronic health needs. So we definitely recommend talking with a healthcare provider that you love and trust about your specific needs and how essential oil infused CBD can help. You definitely, especially if you're dealing with any of those things, you want to make sure that your doctor is aware that you are wanting to take it. And especially a pharmacist. If you have a good pharmacist, they're probably going to know a lot about the drugs or the medicines that you are taking for your specific issues and how it might interact, so that they can guide you wisely. So for CBD and pain, like we said before, research on CBD is still actively being conducted, and there's like more discoveries made every single day. But we do know that especially essential oil infused CBD can benefit many different areas of our health, and pain management is often one of the most commonly touted benefits of CBD. So we're going to start there. So in a recent interview, there was a doctor who's the director of integrative pain management for Mount Sinai Hospital in New York City. And he said that there are two main types of pain, musculoskeletal and nerve pain, and there are benefits with CBD for both of those conditions. And that's it's a pretty well-known doctor. He is, integrative and studying all kinds of effects on pain. So that's pretty awesome. Pain management can look like managing but not curing typical aches and pains like pain from aging, menstrual cramps, workout recovery, inflammatory conditions, joint aches, neurological issues, largely because of the anti-inflammatory properties in CBD, and it can carry huge potential when it comes to pain management. So definitely if you deal with any of those things or just pain in your entire body anywhere, try the CBD for that. Okay, I thought this was really cool. CBD and anxiety disorders are an incredibly common. So anxiety is incredibly common in the United States, and almost all of us know someone who struggles with anxiety. It could be you, it could be a friend, but probably all of us are close to somebody who deals with anxiety. CBD has been studied and researched and used for anxiety, depression, insomnia, autism, post-traumatic stress disorder (PTSD), and other mental health needs. And more research is still in progress with really promising results. So, in a recent interview, there was an osteopathic physician and a medical cannabis expert. And they said that CBD tells your body to calm down and reminds you that you're safe. It mellows out the nervous system so you're not in a heightened fight or flight response all the time. So people with anxiety may find it helps them feel more relaxed. I heard something similar like this taught at the Young Living Convention when I went in 2018. And that was like the key, like the switch flipped for me on CBD, like understanding how it works with your fight or flight response. And that's why it's so relaxing and like so balancing for you, because it literally helps your body calm down, tells your body to calm down. You're not in danger. You're safe. You can chill. You don't have to be in fight or flight response. Like it literally calms you down. And that is so amazing. Yes. Mary, all of this information is from the Life Steps app, which is free for members to download from Young Living. So I will post instructions in the event page afterwards on how to access all this information. It's a course inside the app, actually, that is about CBD, so you can read through all of this. So one of the biggest misconceptions about CBD is that it's a wonder drug. And a lot of times people think that it's a cure-all, and it's not. So you should have a healthy lifestyle. You can't just like take CBD and think that you don't have to do anything else. CBD is something to add to your toolbox. It's not going to fix everything, especially if you like don't do anything else, but it's a great tool to add to your toolbox, with exercise, good nutrition. All of those things are so important. Getting toxins out, being intentional with your health, lots of sleep, reducing stress, but CBD can help if it's an addition. So it's not a cure-all, it's not a wonder drug, it's not the lost fountain of youth or anything like that. You still have to have a healthy lifestyle, but a lot of us still struggle with things like pain and anxiety, and we have great options with the essential oil infused CBD products. So okay, is CBD legal? This is a good question. So in short, yes. There was an act in 2018 called the Agricultural Improvement Act, and it was legalizing hemp-derived products that contain less than 0.3% THC. The Nature's Ultra CBD from Young Living is 0.0% THC. So it is legal in all states in the United States because it actually has none, 0.0% THC. So it's even under the legal limit according to the government. So marijuana-derived CBD is still illegal in all states, which is one of many reasons we don't recommend using CBD from like an unknown company. Some states have stricter laws than others, different laws than others, and things like that. So we suggest checking your state specifications for more information if you're curious. But yes, it is legal in all 50 states. And it's important to note that CBD is not allowed on military bases at this time. So we highly recommend checking on the particulars of your situation just to make sure that it's something that you can use depending on your work situation and your living situation and all of that stuff. But the short answer is yes, it is legal. Okay, how to use CBD. So as with any medication or supplement, it's best to start low and go slow. We say this with oils too. Don't load your diffuser up with 20 drops the first time you use it, or you're probably going to be like, what have I done? This is so strong. So start low and go slow, and you can work up to larger doses if you need to, because every person is different. So you should plan to use your CBD just like oils. This is the exact same. If you're oily already, you've heard me say this, starting consistently and frequently, early and often is key, so that you can gauge how much you need, so that you can use the right amount of product without wasting product by using way too much, or not using enough and not seeing any results. So start to use your CBD consistently and frequently so that you can work up to what your ideal dose is. So Start low and slow, gradually increase the dose every 5 to 7 days if needed. You might need to step up your dosage or the strength. There's two different strengths in the Young Living products. So you might need to step that up after 30 days until you like really are seeing the desired effect. So starting lower gives you room to add a higher dosage or add more as needed. And it ensures that you're using the least amount possible to see the desired effects, which is always what we want. Okay, essential oils and CBD. This is really exciting. So, essential oil infused CBD, which is what we have with Young Living, carries huge significance, and we're going to break that down. So, again, we're going to give you the Cliffs Notes version, and then like I'm going to tell you a little bit of extra information. So, here's like the Cliffs Notes, a very easy, simple version to understand because this gets a little bit sciencey, and I don't know, that's not everybody's thing. So, the terpenes, which is a constituent. It's a type of constituent found in essential oils. So essential oils are made up of millions of little tiny molecules. They're all different types of molecules, and they all commingle in the oils. That's why they have so many different varied benefits in your body. So the terpenes is a type of constituent in an essential oil, and it can increase the overall efficacy of the CBD isolate in our CBD products, which creates a synergy between our CBD and the essential oil. So you get a 1+1=3 scenario here. And the only place to find essential oil infused CBD that has the purity standards that you're wanting is with Young Living. So if you've used essential oils before, you maybe have heard the word terpenes, and CBD and hemp have terpenes in it as well. In fact, there are over 200 different types of terpenes in cannabis and hemp plants. So that's pretty cool that it's like a very similar type of idea. So the terpenes found in CBD have been shown to enhance its effects. However, when CBD is broken down into an isolate to remove the THC, which is what we don't want, many of those terpenes are often removed. So that you might hear in the CBD market, you might hear like a full spectrum CBD. That means it has all of those terpenes, but it also probably has THC in it to some degree. And a lot of people really don't want THC. And so that kind of holds them back from using it, especially with your kids. And, you know, if you have an employer who drug tests and things like that, you want to have zero THC in your system. So, but then those terpenes are removed when you remove the THC. So creating an isolate is the safest way to consume CBD while also ensuring purity and ensuring a lack of THC. So that's why we add the essential oils, because that adds these terpenes back in. And then you can pair it. This is like the perfect marriage of a really pure, organically grown and manufactured CBD isolate plus the purest essential oils that you can find on the market put into one product to give you really, really amazing results. So most essential oils are high in monoterpenes, diterpenes, and sesquiterpenes. That is chemistry. If you're interested in that, you can look up what those types of molecules are. They're basically just the structure of molecules. But when they're added to a CBD product, the essential oil not only enhances the flavor of the CBD, but also the overall impact of that product, creating a synergistic effect. So basically, essential oils will basically just enhance the effects of the CBD product that you have. Okay. More to consider on this. A September 2011 report by a Dr. Ethan Russo in the British Journal of Pharmacology discussed the wide-ranging therapeutic attributes of terpenoids, which are typically lacking in CBD-only products. Beta-caryophyllene, for example, is a sesquiterpene found in some essential oils. Copaiba is one of them, as well as in various cannabis strains and in many green leafy vegetables. So it is gastroprotective, protects your belly and your digestive system. It's good for treating certain ulcers and offers great promise as a therapeutic compound for inflammatory conditions like arthritis and autoimmune disorders because it binds directly to the peripheral cannabinoid receptor CB2. I'm reading a lot of this because it's a lot of information that I want to get right. So forgive me for reading. Terpenoids and cannabinoids both increase blood flow and enhance cortical activity, giving us even more therapeutic options for harnessing the power of essential oil infused CBD. So awesome. Okay. You, your family, your health, and your wellness journey obviously deserve the best. You don't want to be messing around with like poor quality products, poor quality CBD. It's really not even worth it to try CBD that you don't know you can trust how it was made, how it was produced, what's in it, and all of those questions. And a lot of CBD companies are honestly like little pop-up places that are gone, like there one day and gone the next, and you can't really like dig into how it's made and all of that because they don't know, and then they're like gone and not there to support you. So as the world leader in the industry, of essential oils, and with their seed to seal standard that they already had in place and the stringent guidelines that Young Living already uses to make all of their botanicals for their essential oils, um, they decided to go ahead and apply that to hemp growing. And so they acquired Nature's Ultra CBD company back in 2018. So just like Young Living's essential oils, they basically brought Nature's Ultra on board and said, like, you guys are already doing a lot of the same things that we're doing with the seed to seal standard. So we're just going to like all be in one big family and have seed to seal certified Nature's Ultra CBD products. It's tested and verified through third-party testing to ensure that you're getting a high-quality product free from solvents, free from heavy metals, free from gluten, free from pesticides. Nature's Ultra is a company that is 100% owned by Young Living. They extract pure CBD and they combine it with the best essential oils in the marketplace using our Smart Spectrum formula. That's what we mean when we say Smart Spectrum, because it's backed by the Young Living Seed to Seal promise and enhanced with our essential oils. So it takes an isolated CBD product and mixes it with essential oils to make a more robust and broad CBD. So you basically get the benefits of a full spectrum CBD without having to have the risk of having THC in it, which is really awesome. Okay, what to expect. So typically when taken under the tongue, which is my preferred way to do it, CBD enters the system in about 20 minutes. So for some people, results are immediate. They will see a difference like right away. For others, it might take 2 weeks or a month to notice a difference of really consistent use. And it also depends on your intended use for CBD. So if you're wanting to support sleep at night, you're likely to see results immediately. If you're wanting to support your body through like chronic pain or inflammation or some sort of condition like that, it's probably going to take longer. As with any supplement, it's important to be patient when starting CBD. A lot of people want to use like 2 drops and like every 3 days and then like say like I didn't see any difference. Like that's not what we mean. So you again consistently and frequently, and you want to start low but also like gauge how it's making you feel, and then don't be afraid to increase the dose. So most people, many people give up too soon, don't do enough experimenting to figure out what dose is good for them, what application is good for them. And so keep a log. That's what I always recommend, is like keep a log, journal how you feel taking your CBD. Just like essential oils, you have to find what works for you, what your body responds best to. And again, consistency is always, always key. A couple of other considerations to keep in mind when using CBD. So food affects your body's ability to absorb CBD, and more cannabinoids are absorbed on a full stomach. So CBD is fat soluble. So ingesting the drops with a healthy dose of fat can increase the amount of CBD that reaches your bloodstream. So like take it with a spoonful of almond butter or peanut butter, coconut oil in a smoothie, or even like a handful of olives could help increase absorption of your CBD, which is kind of cool. And then prescription drug interactions. So CBD could interfere with the processing of certain drugs by, oh goodness, cytochrome P450, because that is the most concentrated in the liver. Ingested CBD is more likely than topical CBD to cause interaction. So if you take it by mouth, it's more likely to interact with any drug that uses cytochrome P450. So check with your pharmacist and your doctor if you're taking any prescription medications that would have that would utilize that in the liver. And your pharmacist will know. They are like geniuses when it comes to like how things are metabolized. But just check with them if you're taking prescription medications. Just check with your doctor or your pharmacist before you do that and say, hey, I'm going to start taking CBD to try and help with my health and wellness. And does that interact with anything that I'm taking? And they'll be able to tell you. Okay, everything that I said above applies to CBD that is swallowed immediately. However, if it sits under your tongue for a few seconds, it can be absorbed more quickly into your bloodstream. So that's why we say, sometimes if we tell people to take it sublingually, we'll say squirt it under your tongue and then hold it there for like 60 seconds, as long as you can, honestly. And up to 60 seconds. Sometimes I end up swallowing mine before that, but up to 60 seconds, hold it under your tongue, and that will allow it to be more absorbed more quickly into your bloodstream, because those mucous membranes are extremely absorbent and will travel through your body a lot more quickly. Okay, as research emerges on CBD, we are learning more and more how it helps the endocannabinoid system. It maintains homeostasis, and here are some of the common uses for CBD. This is just a quick list. There are like millions more testimonies and stories, but people use CBD for general health, cardiovascular health, and antioxidant support. the main culprit for aging and disease are the byproducts of oxygenation from our cells. So CBD oil acts as an antioxidant, which is amazing, much like other superfoods like Ningxia Red or wolfberries or blueberries or any high antioxidant food. It's like a superfood that helps reverse accelerated aging and keeping our cells healthy and vibrant. That is why Young Living came out with that amazing rose essential oil infused CBD serum for our skin. Because of its antioxidant effects, it helps reverse signs of aging and keep our cells healthy. So we definitely want that on our skin. People use CBD for nausea, vomiting, and motion sickness, for diabetes and blood sugar regulation, for skin care. Personally, I've had a great success using our CBD drops. I've used the peppermint drops on my skin. I had a patch of like broken out, itchy, irritated skin on my foot for like 6 to 8 months and could not figure out how to get it to go away. We were addressing it with nutrition, supplements, topical things, all the things. And like some things would help, but not a lot, not all the time. And so I just started using the CBD drops on my foot twice a day directly on that spot. And within like 4 weeks or so of doing that consistently, it started clearing. And within like 6 weeks, it was completely gone. It was amazing. So skincare for sure. It's been a lifesaver for us. CBD can also help with quitting smoking. The Society of Cannabis Clinicians has shown that CBD oil can help you quit smoking more rapidly and in an easier fashion. That's so amazing. Neurodegenerative diseases like Parkinson's and Alzheimer's. It can help with inflammation, which is a key component of those health issues. Inflammation is such a killer in the body, and it wreaks so much havoc, and sometimes it's like we don't link it to inflammation. But getting your inflammation levels down throughout your body is only going to help with your health and wellness. Okay, it can help with Crohn's disease and inflammatory bowel syndrome, or IBS. Again, for its effects on inflammation, it can reduce the inflammation in the bowels, which assists with those issues. It can help with lupus and other autoimmune diseases, and supporting the body's capacities and overall quality of life while battling seizures, cancer, and or addressing tumors. So as you can see, there are a lot of really cool potential uses for CBD that is like it's a really amazing to have a natural product that is so powerful and that we have so much research and clinical study going on right now that can help people dealing with these issues. We know that oils are powerful support for that. We know that there are lots of natural remedies, but this is just another amazing tool in our toolbox. So okay, it's important to remember that what dose or route or frequency works for one person when using CBD might not work the same way for another person. So your results may not be exactly the same as somebody else's. And just as people react differently to medications or supplements or even oils, we all are going to react a little bit differently to CBD. You're a unique person. Every single person's body chemistry is a little bit different. So here's a few things to consider. Make sure you're using the correct strength. It could take a little experimenting to figure out what dosage and strength you may need to feel your best. On the bottles of our CBD, it'll tell you how many milligrams of CBD is in each dropper. And so that's a great way to kind of know, like figure out like how much, when I take this much, it makes me feel this. But if I, can kind of play with the strength and the dosing. Okay, consistent dosing. It's important to use your CBD daily for maximum results, especially if you're working on more chronic issues. Missing a dose will lessen the amount of CBD in your system because it accumulates in your body, thus decreasing its effectiveness. So find your consistency routine and then pay attention to your body. If you feel off, consider cutting back on your dosage, or if you're not getting desired results, increase your dose, but pay close attention to how your body responds. If you ask your body, or you keep a journal, you keep a really good log, but listen to your body, pay close attention to how you respond so that you can really figure out your ideal dosing. Okay, spread out your dosing schedule. So depending on your specific goals, it might work to take CBD throughout the day, or instead of one large dose in like the morning or evening. You might notice that like the more consistently throughout the day you can take it, the better, or you might respond really well, or like just say like you're needing it for sleep or anxiety. And so you've noticed that like if you take one large dose at night, that works great for you. So figure out what works for you, experiment, be patient. Don't be afraid to ask for help. We're always happy to help people figure out like, okay, like have you tried taking it 3 times a day instead of twice a day or whatever? Be patient and kind and listen to your body. Alter your doses as needed, and you are likely to get the benefits that you're looking for. Okay, let's talk about our CBD products. Finally, all that information about CBD and what it can do and all that stuff. But let's talk about how to actually, what are these things and what's in them. So one of my favorite things is the CBD Calm Roll-On. Sorry, it has a hair attached to it. CBD Calm Roll-On. is like Zen in a bottle, basically. It's like an anxiety relieving roll on. It's great for helping you get a great night's sleep, creating a peaceful environment, helping calm the mind, wind down at bedtime. I'm going to put it on my chest. Hopefully, it doesn't make me too tired. This CBD roll on is infused with eucalyptus, frankincense, lavender, orange, vetiver, and ylang ylang. And it creates just a really, really peaceful night's sleep and environment. So topical use of CBD is a great option. There are so many studies that show how much our skin absorbs, and there are like drug delivery mechanisms designed to exploit this. Like you can absorb drugs through your skin. So some studies state that even 60% of what you put on your skin is absorbed through your bloodstream within 26 seconds. So we want to be aware of the things that are bad for our health, but we also can utilize things like this, like oils and CBD, by knowing like, oh, if I put this on my bloodstream or on my skin, it's going to be absorbed into my bloodstream really fast. So topical application is a great use for CBD. So this one is eucalyptus, helps like promote breathing and well-being and helps support your respiratory system. Frankincense promotes relaxation and meditation. It's known for anointing and healing properties. It's like one of the most ancient essential oils. Lavender is super calming to the mind and body, reduces mental stress. Orange is a really happy oil, creates a sense of peace and harmony. Vetiver is very grounding, calming, helps with stress and emotional trauma. And then ylang ylang is really balancing, especially for females. And also for the heart, like heart, blood pressure, all those things. So, can help enhance inner peace and combat anger. So the Calm Roll-On is amazing. Absolutely love it. And this is the only scent available right now is the Calm. I think eventually we will have roll-ons with CBD with other oils, but for now the Calm roll-on is what we have. Okay. Then we have the drops. These are the CBD drops. This is the citrus blend. These come in two different strengths. There's the regular strength, which is 500 milligrams, which means 500 milligrams of CBD isolate is in this whole bottle. Okay. So it's not 500 milligrams per dose. The extra strength is 1,000 milligrams in the entire bottle. So there's regular strength and extra strength of every product. Even the Calm Roll-On has a 300 milligram regular strength or a 600 milligram extra strength. Okay, so keep that in mind when you're buying your CBD products. So these are infused with grapefruit and orange essential oil. They taste amazing. All of our CBD drops have a little bit of stevia extract in them for taste, and the stevia mixed with the citrus oils in this product makes it taste amazing. Like it literally tastes so good. And CBD drops are a great way to get them into the body quickly. So you can use these topically too. I've used these topically on my kids, on myself, on our skin, all that stuff. But you can also take these under the tongue. Side note, that's not like a on-label use for these drops, and so I don't actually know if I'm like officially supposed to tell you that you can take them under your tongue, but it doesn't say to take them under your tongue on the label because of like labeling restrictions and things like that. But I'm just gonna say I take it in an off-label way and I put them under my tongue. I'll just say that. So you get better absorption when you do it that way. It's really fast, and they're sweetened so that they can be taken under the tongue. So I think eventually we'll have bottles that say you can take them sublingually or whatever. But for now, just know that in your mouth is a topical application, in my opinion. So when you swallow a pill, it basically has to go through your entire gastrointestinal tract to be absorbed in the intestines, and then it can go into the bloodstream. So it's a lot of it is used up before it gets into your body. But when a substance is placed under your tongue, it readily absorbs through the mucous membranes found there, and there is heightened blood flow beneath the tongue because of the concentration of capillaries there. So you have a really direct route into your bloodstream under your tongue, which is why I like to use essential oils sublingually too. I'll just put a drop under my tongue. Because it works really, really fast. So this is why using your CBD drops under your tongue is sublingually is probably the fastest way to deliver it to your body. So these CBD drops are infused with orange, which is high in limonene, really uplifting and relaxing, helps improve circulation and boost immunity, and then grapefruit, which is really refreshing and uplifting as well, supporting and cleansing to the kidneys. And you can put like a quarter of a dropper up to a full dropper or more under your tongue and hold for at least 30 seconds. This is kind of what it looks like in the dropper. This is about half. This is 0.5 mils in that amount. So just to kind of give you an idea of what it looks like. There's also two other flavor options in this dropper. You can get the Cool Mint, which is flavored with spearmint and peppermint, or there is the cinnamon, which is like flavored with cinnamon essential oil. So there's three different flavors: citrus, cinnamon, or mint in the drops. Again, they all come in the two different strengths. Okay. Last product is the CBD Muscle Rub. This comes in a 300 milligram for the entire jar, or a 600 milligram is the extra strength. So I love this Muscle Rub. It is so good. It's so unique. It works so well, like works super deep into like things that hurt like deeply in your body. Like it's surprising how you think like, I don't need something topical. Like I just need something to provide pain relief, and the Muscle Rub will help provide that pain relief. So melts away tension. It's infused with camphor, clove, helichrysum, lemon, peppermint, tea tree oil, wintergreen, and more. And it has a ton of great ingredients, herbal extracts, arnica, and the CBD. So this is a crowd favorite for sure. Everybody is usually obsessed with this. I use it after workouts. I use it on a sore back, sore muscles, anything like that. So if you're a dedicated athlete or a stay-at-home mom, no matter what, you're going to get some great relief from our Muscle Rub. And when you like use topical CBD, it helps reach local targets like muscles and inflammatory cells and pain perceiving nerves and all of those things. So using an essential oil infused CBD product, again, that synergistic enhancing effect can really help with easing discomfort associated with those things. So it kind of feels like icy hot a little bit, but to me it feels better. It's just amazing. It's kind of tinkly and it's warming and cooling, and the CBD like really, I feel like it really helps like just melt away the pain really quickly. It's sometimes surprising how quickly it makes it go away. So has tons of great pain relieving essential oils, anti-inflammatory oils, and it has arnica oil in there. So a note about this one: if you're taking an anticoagulant medication such as aspirin or warfarin, we recommend speaking with your healthcare provider before use of this product, because it could enhance the effects of those medications. You just want to be conscientious. And it's just a good idea if you're out on those medications to be asking questions about alternative products that you're using too, just to be on the safe side. So okay, here's how to get these CBD products. You guys have hung with me for so much information tonight. I said this was a 101 class, and then as I'm reading, I'm like, this is way more than 101 information. So hopefully all of my like people who love information have hung with me totally and are like way into it, and you love this as much as I do, because I really am just amazed by these products. I think Young Living really has something special here. With their like ultra pure, ultra effective essential oil infused products. They're just amazing. So there is a starter kit option that's available for brand new members. If you're already an existing Young Living member, you can order any of these products at any strength on your Essential Rewards and get the cash back or get the points back on those. And there's 100 PV free shipping. So you can add those to any of your orders that you want from Young Living, and they come at the discount, and you have the option to get them on ER. If you're a brand new member, there is a like steeply discounted bundle that is the CBD starter kit. So you can get the regular strength starter kit or the extra strength starter kit. They both come with all three products. So you get the citrus drops, the calm roller, and the CBD muscle rub in the starter kit. For the regular strength, it's $165 for all three. And for the extra strength, it's $250. And that's double the amount of milligrams of CBD that you get in each product. So it's definitely like a lot of CBD for those products. So it's always all citrus. The drops are all citrus drops in that starter kit. And then you get the calm roller and the muscle rub. So those are your options. If somebody invited you to come to the class tonight, definitely reach out to them and ask for their referral link. They can send you their referral link to sign up at youngliving.com so that you can be part of our team. Our team has classes like this and like so much other stuff. We're always talking about oils and healthy living and other options and natural solutions. And it's just a really fun community to be a part of. We also have our Life Steps app, which is our team's free app that we recommend everyone download. And there is a CBD course that's inside of it where a lot of this information is readable and like in bite-sized chunks. It's like a multiple day course that you can take. So you can really dig into this information. There's links to all the studies. There's links to like other websites and tons of videos. There's like literally so much information. So if you want to get started with CBD, we will hook you up with education and support on how to use it so that you know how to use it well and really get to see great results for you. So we would love to have you. If I invited you, reach out to me. If a friend or one of our team members invited you, reach out to them so that you can grab it and get started with us. We would love to help you live a healthier lifestyle and hopefully see some great benefits from our CBD products. So Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I hope this was helpful and encouraging and educational to you. And if you have questions, leave them in the comments. I will run back through and answer any questions that came through during the class. But I appreciate your time so much. I hope it was worth it and that you learned a lot and you're super excited to get your CBD products. So talk to you guys later. Bye bye.